Hey everybody, I'm here to do a little work for you all today. I'm actually doing this for a viewer. She and I emailed one another. I don't always do work for anyone that watches my channel. This is an exception. In cases where somebody's just been beyond ridiculous, yeah, I'll do it. And this is one of those cases. So I won't be able to show names, but I just decided while I'm doing it to go ahead and record for you all so that if anybody, is in the same type situation, you can go ahead and do this too. It's really easy, super simple, small ingredient amount of stuff, but it's really, really effective. You're going to need just a piece of paper and just draw yourself, something resembling a person or a piece of shit in this case. Doesn't have to be perfect, just head, arms, legs, body. Some kind of box. It can be a shoe box, any kind of, this is just a little cute one I got from the Dollar Tree. But anyway, it can be any kind of box, shoe box, an old Amazon box, anything with a lid that you can just shut up. And then you're going to need some heavy rocks. You can get these out of your driveway. These are just regular granite rocks that are dirty. Just a bunch of rocks. Big heavy ones, enough obviously to fit in the box that you're going to be working with. And this is something to, if somebody just did you super dirty, broke your heart, no regard whatsoever. I mean, relationships fail, we all know that. It happens, it's part of life. But when somebody just maliciously and deliberately does something with no concern for what it did to you, just to literally rip your life apart from the inside out, and leave you with nothing, to you feel just absolutely broken from the inside out. No, we're not doing that here. So this is a video to return that to them and give it right back. They want to give that kind of energy. You got every right to send it completely right back to them. You give it as good as you get, as they say. So you're going to draw your little, symbol of a person. Write the person's name on here, and like I said, I can't show you all this one because I'm doing it for someone. You can write it anywhere, it doesn't matter where you put it. Full name if you know it, and date of birth is always like all my other videos, and most of them, rarely will I not include those things if it's that's tagging that to a specific person. So you're going to write their name, and if you have it, again, date of birth on there. That's all you got to do. And then you're going to take your stones. I've already done one here. Now these stones, before I started, I soaked these overnight in some storm water that I had, because that's just going to make them extra potent. I really like working with storm water. It's got a really good chaotic energy to it. The bigger and the worse the storm. It starts to storm outside, you guys run and get you a jar, a bowl, anything you can. Collect as much of that water as you can. Put it in a jar and put the lid on it. Set it aside because it's super handy to have for stuff like this. So like I said, I gave these a soak overnight, took them out this morning and let them dry really well. And then whatever feelings that you have that person caused you to have that you want to return to them, we're going to write that on these stones. This one says sadness. And then, let's say heartache. Maybe they left you feeling broken. Helpless. Alone. Complete lack. I would add that in just because, say maybe the two of you were living together and your breakup caused you to have nowhere to go because they were in control of your lease, or just a situation like that. So you want to return that to them. You want them to have complete lack. That can be loss of their jobs, their relationships, their home, their money, their vehicle. That's going to target all of that. And again, just as many things as you have, feelings that you have, things that they did to you that you want to put the weight of that back on this person, write it on your rocks. Anything that you're feeling, get your emotions, worked up, get your emotions into it, put that in there. Get your box and your person. Again, I don't want to show the name out of privacy, but just fold that up. It doesn't have to be any specific kind of way. Now they're in there. Set them down inside of your box like that. And then you're just going to concentrate on what you're wanting to do to this person, which is, again, we're going to return everything that they put on her, the weight that they put on her, the pain that they caused her, the damage that they did to her life. We want all that to go back on this person because they truly have it coming. So as you do that, you're going to take your rocks that you wrote your intention on, you're just going to place them on top of that. Drop them in there. You don't have to be nice about it. Scaring my dogs. Just add those in. You do as many as you want. These are big rocks. You might only have a couple of little qualms with that person. That's good enough. Make sure they're good and heavy. Or you might have a whole bowl of beef that you have for this person. Fill it up. Get it all out. This is not only going to return that pain and what they did to, them for doing that to you, but it's also a little bit of a therapeutic thing for you. People kind of laugh when I say things like that, when I talk about the kind of work that I do, but it's true. A lot of times you don't get closure in these situations, and that's very painful when you don't get closure to something. And this can be the closure because you're getting your emotions out, you're returning that to that person that's just went on with their life without a care in the world, not caring in what state they left you in while they did it. So just keep stacking. Once you get all of your rocks in like that, I've written down a little something that I wrote up just for this special piece of shit for doing what he did to her, because it was, like I said, pretty dirty. So as you're stacking your rocks into your box that you've got your person in here for, you're going to say, "You will feel the pain of the weight you put on me as you carelessly broke my heart and tried to destroy me. As I stack these heavy stones, I return your actions as they crush your bones, like my heart and mind. Your happiness I now bind. Your days are filled with sadness and regret. Your nights are full of nightmares and feverish sweats. Pain returned to your mind, body, and spirit. Nothing you try will ever clear it. I now return the pain you caused me. Live in regret tenfold, so mote it be." And that's it. Close your box up. If you want to sit with it for a few minutes, think about everything that they did to you. If you need to cry, cry it out. Let your tears fall in here. That's perfectly fine. And also, if you happen to have something, personal of theirs, I think I've mentioned this in a couple of my other videos, add that in there. Anything, their hair, anything that's going to tag this to them even more, make it even more powerful. It doesn't have to just be the name paper, but that'll work fine. But if you have, something personal of theirs in your possession, put that in there and just sit with it and think about all the pain that they left you with and how they had no regret or remorse or guilt in doing so. You got no apologies. You didn't end things on a positive note. Like I said, people break up all the time. We've all been through it, but you can handle it in a way that is mature. You can handle it in a way that is compassionate. You don't have to be cold, cruel, and callous. And if that happens and people choose to do things like that are just super shitty, that's what I'm here for. You're not going to get away with it. It's just not something that you need to do, and it's perfectly fine to do things like this. It's not about, oh God, just let karma handle it, or what about the threefold law? I don't follow that shit. I'm not worried about it. As I've stated in the past, I do not just go throwing these things around because somebody stubbed their toe and, oh, it's your fault because you put that cabinet over there and I told you not to. I'm not stupid. So y'all don't be stupid either. This is for extreme cases, and that's why I do it, and that's why I share what I do. I got a personal problem with it, as I've been a victim of it, And of course, I grew from that. I learned a lot of things from that, and in a lot of ways I'm grateful for it, but also it's just not okay for people to go around doing things like that to other people. So you do this, and just like I said, sit with it. If you need to have yourself a good cry, have yourself a good cry. You know, get that release. Let this be the closure that you didn't get. And feel good knowing that you're returning it. They asked for it. They've got it coming. Smile about it. And then you're going to take this and go out where you often enter your house the most, at your doorstep, whether that be front, back, side doors, whatever. And you're going to bury that at your doorstep. That way it'll be where you're going to walk over it often, and it's going to be bearing your weight onto the spell, keeping it active. Inserting like your dominance every time that you step over that part of the ground where you bury this, that's just inserting your dominance and keeping the spell active. So that's it, and I'm going to go and bury this tonight. We got a full moon Sunday. It's a good, powerful time to be doing some stuff, so I'm going to take this out for her. And again, because I'm doing this for someone else, it doesn't matter that I'm not burying it at her doorstep. I'm doing the spell for her. I'm going to step on it and insert my dominance to it and keep the spell active, and he's not going to be having too good of a time for quite some while, and he definitely asked for it. So I'm happy to have done this for her, and she knows who she is. You're going to be okay, and if there's anything that I can do, let me know. I really am not trying to be a bitch to people that just, you know, don't deserve it, as I've stated, but I've got a personal problem with people running around doing these kind of things. Not everybody's strong enough sometimes to make it out of situations that are really bad like that, and nobody thinks about that stuff. Nobody thinks about somebody's mental well-being or, you know, their mental state, maybe some issues that they might have. So it's just not okay. You don't be that selfish till you go doing stuff like that that could end in a horrible result of somebody doing something stupid. Be strong and know that there are people out there that care. Not everyone in this world is cold and callous and cruel and will just do horrible things like climb in bed with your man or your woman and not care what it's going to do to you in the end result whenever they're literally trying to destroy your whole entire life. You play, you pay. So that's the spell, and I hope this helps out anybody that may be able to relate to this. And if there's anything, as I always tell you guys, if there's something specific that you want me to talk to you about or make a video about, you can always contact me on harmonymoonlane@gmail.com. And I will get, or I'm sorry, nope, it's not Gmail, harmonymoonlane@hotmail.com. Sorry about that. You can email me and I will get back with you if I'm able. I'm pretty busy, but I normally do respond. And I'd be happy to talk to you or to help you out in any way that I can. Because as I've stated, this is why I share the channel. It's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm here to help anybody that I possibly can. But just know that if you've been in these shoes or things like that have happened to you, you're not alone. I've been there. Obviously, other people have been there. And you do come out on the other side. And things do get better. And karma definitely does find its way back to these people. And it definitely finds their way back to these people whenever I'm helping to push that along. So take care of yourselves. And again, if you want or need to discuss anything or want me to do a special video for you all, I am more than happy to do so. And just let me know in the comments. And take care. I'll see you in the next video.